Hello, stakeholders for Promised Land. My name is Logan Timmerman, and I'll be going over our Linux deployment proposal with you today. So as you can see with your documents before you, you have our deployment plans for the Linux virtual server. It has a summary of what we want to go over with you today, a table of contents, and some simple information about the project. This server is primarily focused on the file management and management of the users on the system. We're also concerned about security. So let's get into it. I have right here a demonstration video for you. So let's show you the first thing I want to show you is the Samba, which helps fill the file server role. And we will go into the see something about Linux is you have to escalate commands if you don't have the correct permissions. Alright, and if we go to the very bottom of this file, we'll see shared. You have the path to the shared directory. You have the users, valid users, as the common group, which includes everyone from the director to the newest employee. And then these things concern security and accessibility. So some people can only have read-only privileges, and these masks concern that as well. So that is some insight into the Samba configuration, which just ensures that the shared directories are only accessed by people that have the correct file permissions. So here I will show you that we have it enabled. Help if I can spell. So we have it installed and we want to start it. And lastly, I'll show you that it's running with the status. So there we go, we have it active and running, and it's very nice. So from there, we'll just go to this new one. I want to show you the file permissions for the group files, and we have the aforementioned directory, the SRV shared directory, and I'll show you the different things that I used in doing this. So making directory, there we go. And then we want to change the group ownership to common group. So there we go. And then we want to, this deals with the permissions, which is important for our server. And lastly, this last one ensures that any new files will also have the same group ownership, and that only members of the common group, which we specified, have read-write access to the files there. Because, for example, our director, Carrie Shoemaker, has only read-only access, even though she's the director. So I'll show you where we can do that here. And let's see. For example, if we, to show that Carrie Shoemaker only has read-only access, we'd want to, first of all, navigate to the directory. And there you go, permission denied. Or if we try to echo. And that can be anything in the middle. It's just something that we're trying to write to the file, and with the operations. Oh, well, that's my apologies. I'm not signed in as her. That's why I acted different. So if we do now, if we try here, let's try that first step again. And we list the test file as operations. So we can see since she's part of the common group, she has access to this. And we made it under D. Clark. He was the original. But anyways, that's the operations. She can see that. But once she if we try to do the echo to that, permission denied, because she only has the read-write access to those things. And so going from that, I want to show you our firewall. So we've already installed our firewall, but if we want to, I want to show you our status. Let's get out of there and go back to me. So let's do so here we see that the firewall is active, logging is on, which is what we want. We want to log things, events that happen in our system. And you can see here our little table, we have certain listings that are either allowed in, denied, and then we have from places as well. And so this is important for us to configure and have configured for us to, we want to have as many things shut off and down as possible. And so that hopefully gives you an idea of our security here. With our, I will say one thing that we've encountered issues with is our NIC with configuring the network. So I'll show you this. So if you look here at you look at the 1 and the 2. So EMP0S3 is our network, or our net card. Right now it is DHCP, and that has been something that we've been unable to, as of yet, change without encountering errors and losing network connectivity. But this is the method that we've been trying to use. Well, let me just try to show you the oh, I should do. So there we go. We want well, I apologize for not being able to show you that. Needless to say, it was not configured correctly. We essentially had the network set up, and it's very syntax heavy to where you have to set it up in the very correct format with spaces and everything. So we encountered issues with that, and we're not able to resolve them. However, we have confidence that in the future we'll be able to do so. So with the NIC done, let's do the first thing that you would normally see when logging on to the server is the message of the day, which we have customized. And this is our little custom message. So it says just some basic things, and this can be edited as well fairly easily. Also mentions our system rebooting every 2 years. So if we look into this, we can see the system restarting every 2 years, and basically that little at the second to last line, it goes by minutes, hours, and then days of the month, and then months, and then years. So that's saying that the job is going to run when the minute is the very beginning of the minute of the hour, so it'll be the first second of the first hour of the day of the month of every second year, if that makes any sense. So that is what that is saying, and with that, we want to show you our updating. This is where we ran into issues with the NIC, because we tried to do that before this, and we ran into issues. So we do actually have some, even though we've run updates recently, we have some more to do. And then, just in case it wasn't obvious earlier, to go back to the file permissions, if we go to the shared directory, you see that the common group, as well as the root, kind of like the administrator, has access to that. And so, reviewing our goals, what we want to go over with you here, we want to show you our installation of the graphical interface system for the server, as well as our updating capabilities, restarting every 2 years for maintenance. We would like to further show you the NIC and network in future times. Security restrictions, we've gone through that with the file restrictions. For example, Ms. Shoemaker cannot do certain things with certain files that other people can because of their permissions, and with the file server row, with the Samba, the very first thing that we mentioned. So we hope that we've addressed this to your satisfaction, stakeholders, and we look forward to your feedback and to going forward in this endeavor with this Promised Land deployment. So thank you very much for your time, and wish you the best of luck. Thank you.